it is us, Isaiah and Gabby.
Yes, yes. So, the first question is, how do you feel?
How do I feel? Well, I'm happy. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of those people where I'm not necessarily used to having good things in life. So I don't know. I'm glad. I'm glad that we're here.
Right.
I'm glad that it's all over. Being in the U-Haul was actually extremely hard.
Oh boy.
For at least for me, like with you, you have more like Isaiah just be cooling about everything in life.
Yeah, like who wants to go? Who wants to live in the U-Haul? You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like, who wants to do all that?
Especially like here's the dumb stuff that we had to go through. So, so something as small as this, like we just go, we're driving around the U-Haul because for us, like this is going to be our transportation and our home. We were just being smart about it. And so we would go to like regular stores. We would have people looking at us crazy and stuff like that.
And like, U-Haul pulled up in the.
And we would call ourselves the U-Haul bandits or whatever.
U-Haul bandits. We ain't gonna sing the song for that?
No.
We the U-Haul bandits coming to you. And we hope you get a U-Haul too.
Look, we had to do something to like boost our what is it called, our confidence.
Yeah, something. Boost the mood or whatever.
Yeah, like make it positive, because that's one thing about us, like it doesn't matter what we go through, we always try to make the best out of it somehow. I think it just has something to do with our personality. But
Facts.
The dumb stuff we had to go through, like just something small that was like what I would consider, it wasn't really embarrassing, because honestly, I ain't care about the people in Colorado. Me personally, Colorado is crazy. Colorado needs Jesus.
Real talk.
So,
restoration they need.
And it's like, there it's kind of like, there's some cool people there, don't get me wrong, but you also have a lot of people that could be apprehensive.
Yeah, because we're black. Okay, unfortunately. But fortunately, we're black. I love being black. She loves being black.
Me too.
But it's unfortunate because you have people who are apprehensive in certain environments that you are in. They look at you funny or whatever.
Right. So when we would go to locations such as Highlands Ranch.
Yeah.
So we would go to locations such as Highlands Ranch in Colorado, and we just wanted to go to the store, and we're in the U-Haul. We would get so many people, like, just staring at us. It kind of was like that look of, what are they doing in the U-Haul? And, the crime in Colorado, in my opinion, it's insane, especially towards Aurora. But, so, like, automatically when they see, like, black people in a U-Haul, they instantly think of stealing. And
it's a stick-up.
Yeah.
Type thing.
And I would know because I used to work at a retail store, and I witnessed, like, a person stealing from our store there, and they drove off in the van. So I can't really blame them, because you do have things that happen, but it just would always make me feel a little uneasy. So that was just something small that I had to get through. But otherwise than that, now that we're actually here, I do feel good. I feel blessed, but I think I'm just like, you know how you can get blessed, but you still think about the past in a way? And sometimes the stuff that happens to you in the past, if you sit there and you constantly like meditate on it, it's like it carries with you no matter where you go. And so it has actually taken me a while to actually process, like, it's finally over. We can finally rest, because even before we actually got in the U-Haul, that wasn't just the time period where things were actually like difficult. It just became more difficult once we got in the U-Haul. Like, honestly, our whole marriage, which God is going to get all the glory for that, but our whole marriage has consisted of getting adjusted to certain things that could have put a wedge in between us and our marriage, but it didn't. Like, God was glorified.
I feel like we've been in the fire ever since we got married.
Ever since.
He's been trying to refine us ever since we got married. like from day one. Mind you, day one, we've been trying to just guys have just been working on this. Simple as that, you know.
Yeah, he's been working on us
Day one.
separately and together as a whole because for us, me and Isaiah, we kicked off really fast. So like things.
Yeah, if you haven't already watched the testimony video,
Which one?
Your video.
Oh yeah. That would actually explain it a little bit better, actually.
Right. On how fast everything jumped off.
Yeah, so we're going to make sure that we link that down below in the description, or we may put it somewhere up here for you guys to go and click and watch that so that you can understand. But anyway, things took off for us pretty fast. Like once you know that somebody is your spouse, that's just what it is.
Right.
And when you're being spirit led, that makes it all the more easier. And so yeah, that is how I feel. I mean, I feel like I'm blessed. I know that I'm blessed, but it's still hard for me to process, like, wow, something good has finally happened to me. Because even outside of Isaiah, before I met him, I always went through stuff growing up, like from my own childhood, from my own personal life. So it's a blessing.
Okay, boy.
So how do you feel?
I feel relieved, to say the least. You know, I really feel relieved because going through the U-Haul, being in the U-Haul for 2 months, it was just every day was the same. Everybody would ask. I talk to my folks like on a daily. So they will always ask, "Oh, how you feeling? Whatever, whatever." Every day is the same. You know what I'm saying? Like every day was the same, so it was no change to what was, how I was feeling from day to day. Yes, I knew the Lord was going to carry us. Yes, I knew He was giving us strength, but at the same time, it was like, like drained. I was just drained.
Yes.
Drained from seeing the same thing every single day.
Yes.
Mind you, I was working security at the time in the city of Denver, so. At that same time, I'm seeing drug addicts. I'm seeing a whole bunch of nonsense that I got to deal with at work. But most days at work it was cool, but still, seeing that every day plays on your mind.
Right.
So who wants to, see that
And
during the day, and then at night you gotta go to the gym just to take a shower, and then after that you have to drive back to where you're parking. He's parking in the parking garage. He was parking in the parking garage.
But at first we did start off at Planet Fitness.
We started off parking in Planet Fitness parking lot. You hearing all the cars like a freaking
drag race.
Yeah, like bro, that joint was crazy. So experiencing that so often, like every single day, and just you got another thing. We had to watch for people. Okay, so we parked in the parking garage, right? After we stayed in the parking lot, whatever, we parked in the parking garage. And we always had to keep our eye out on people who will be on drugs. So they will, go in the parking garage and, just start tweaking out. Yeah, they just start tweaking out,
We literally were seeing people that was up to no good, bro.
Yo.
Because, okay, so our routine went a little bit like this. So we would both get off work around 10 to 11. Mm-hmm. We would have to go to Planet Fitness, obviously, to actually wash up because they had public shower there as long as you pay the little monthly fee or whatever. Mm-hmm. After that, we would finally make it back to our parking garage destination where we were calling home. It was on the second floor in the parking garage of Arapahoe.
Yeah, Arapahoe.
Arapahoe. Now,
if you know anything about Arapahoe,
like out of all
the people that be there at night, it's like a party for all the addicts.
For all of.
Promise you.
It's just you're gonna see some things, and so we wouldn't get back until close to like 12:40 or 50.
Close to 1 o'clock.
We wouldn't actually go to sleep until probably like 2 in the morning, and then 2 of those days out of the week, we would wake up. We tried to wake up at like 9 or 10, but we started. Just some days, but we started finding out that the longer we stayed, the more we were putting ourselves in danger. Because that's when more people are coming in the parking garage, and we didn't want anybody to like scope us out and be like, okay, we see this thing here every single day. And we would also have to put like trash bags around the windows and stuff like that.
Just think about this. if somebody from the outside see a U-Haul, they know there's valuable stuff inside of the
That's what
U-Haul.
they're going to think.
Exactly.
But
So
if they
our
broke in there, they
U-Haul,
were just gonna see us.
exactly. It was just a target, basically.
Yes,
We was a walking target.
walking target, but
Well,
nothing,
driving target. My fault.
nothing ever happened to us though.
Yeah, no,
God
no.
protected us
The
the
Lord
whole
got us
time.
24/7.
But there was this one time we woke up at like 7 in the morning. We seen this. He looked like he was Spanish or something, and
Like
man,
Venezuelan. Y'all
like
heard about the
y'all like
Venezuelan
go look it up
gangs in
because it's
Colorado?
happening now. It's happening now.
Listen,
And he had a bandana on, and I don't play with the Spanish because they really about that, and I am not. But I will pray. And we woke up 7 in the morning. This man was on a bicycle just riding in circles in front of the U-Haul. And he's looking at us and we looking at him.
and he's not budging at all.
He
He don't
ain't.
care about nothing.
And then
You can see it in his eyes.
he don't care about life. He don't care about living. He done lost something. Matter of fact, he done lost a couple things. And so he pulled out his phone and it looked like he texting. And so we just ended up driving off. And it's funny because a couple hours before that, like at nighttime, I figured something was wrong. Because I just know when God wakes me up at a certain time, obviously He wants me to pray. And then there was just a feeling that I had. I just felt like something wasn't right just because I know how He communicates with me. And then I started like just letting him show me certain things, and I'm like, okay, I hope that that doesn't happen tomorrow, which was exactly what the enemy probably had up his sleeve, which was somebody breaking into the U-Haul. Because the way a U-Haul van is set up, there is a gate separating the front and the back. So if somebody actually wants to break in and slide the door or no, if they want to break into the front, there's nothing we can do because we would park so close to the wall so that nobody would like be able to actually come in. And then you have the back doors, the back double doors, and that's where the little bed was, the air mattress, which we showed you guys on the last video, a little something like how it looked or whatever. And pretty much it wouldn't have been nothing we could do if somebody wants to break it. To be honest. We can't rush and go up there in the front. We have to get out and then go to the front. So right.
So that in itself, yeah, it was just that in itself, it was just draining coming back home to that every single day. So I'm very relieved right now. You know, I'm very excited that we're here. Now we get to experience rest. Yeah. You know, but we're gonna dive into that in a couple minutes, whatever. But yeah. So, what'd you learn from this experience?
Um, learn about myself.
Yeah, from yourself.
Shoot. I guess I've learned that like I'm stronger than I think I am. Which I've always known that I was strong, but it's like in the test of time, especially with God, like He gonna put you through some stuff, and He's gonna introduce a new version of yourself to yourself, if that makes sense. And you're gonna be like, wow, I never knew I had that in me. And I learned that I just learned that I can get through all things because of the Lord. And I learned that no matter what I'm going through, that's still no excuse for me not to still try to testify about God's goodness. Like I would go into work and I learned in that moment how to smile and how to serve and how to still be humble in spite of what I was going through. Like right. The people at the job, like of course, but the people at the job, they didn't know what was going on with me until I actually chose to share it. Because at a point in time, it got to the point where things were getting really hard, and I felt super emotional because I'm like, man, I can't believe that I'm really homeless and that I'm really sleeping in a U-Haul with my husband, and I have to come to this sorry penny pinching job every single day. It's like it's eye opening because it's like the older I've gotten, I've realized like life can be unpredictable, but that doesn't mean that God isn't still good. Exactly. That doesn't mean that He can't strengthen you and give you peace to still get through those things. And honestly, that is exactly what carried me that whole time. Like, I did not feel like I was carrying myself or doing anything off of my own strength at all because we would look around and just like that, it's a couple of weeks from when we first started our homeless journey, right? Like it went by really slow but really fast at the same time. Right. So yeah, I worked in the clothing department for Target. And if you work at any clothing department in the store, it is so exhausting. You literally are learning, you literally are cleaning up behind people. You're like a janitor, except with clothes.
Pretty much.
You could go and zone a whole aisle, fold the clothes nicely and everything. Somebody will be right beside you and just start mixing up clothes. I'm like, yo, I promise y'all, I have eyeballed like two people, and I've been like, bro, are you kidding? And one lady, she apologized because don't do something like that. But
Yeah.
I still did it with a smile on most days. I still was humble about it. I didn't have a choice but to be. And there was even like times out of those 2 days a week where he would have to wake up for his job at like 7 o'clock in the morning, be there by 10 o'clock in the morning because he had to catch the train, the bus. We would leave the U-Haul somewhere close by my job. And I would have to sit at Target 12 hours before I even start my shift. So
No, 8 hours.
Oh, 8 hours.
Yeah, a whole shift,
A whole shift before I even start
just
my
sitting in
shift.
a
Just
truck
sitting there.
and just
Or just sitting at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
They had Starbucks there. And the thing is, the HR people there, they were literally they would see me, the manager, the coworkers. Obviously the coworkers can't do anything, but a lot of them started asking, why are you in so early and stuff like that. So I ended up just telling them because I'm like, I'm not ashamed. God is gonna get all the glory from this. I can't help the
Right.
situation I'm in. I'm being led by a spirit and it's on purpose. And that took for me to be extremely humble and to walk in humility because anyone else would be pissed off. Anyone else would be like, why can't you change my schedule for these 2 days? Which I did talk to my team lead, but nothing was done. Nothing was done, and they would see me knowing that I was homeless, just sitting there all those hours, and they would not let me start my job.
It just shows you
People don't care.
Exactly. People really don't care
They don't
what you
care.
got going on. If it's not them, hey,
They don't
they
care.
don't care. They're gonna go about their business.
Yeah.
So I mean that's understood. I understand whatever, but
No, but what's ironic
just
is that they made it seem like they actually care.
right.
That's the
right.
part. But me being me, I don't trust people no way. Period. I've been learned my
The
lesson.
word tells you that.
It says
Shoot.
don't put your trust in humans. Like you're literally foolish if you trust the next person. So that didn't even surprise me how they moved. It just confirmed it for me, and I was just like, okay, whatever. Like I'm still gonna get through this. I don't have a choice but to get through it.
Right.
And after this, it's all done. And here I am today. So it has taught me that number one, people don't care if it's not them. Number two, to walk in humility, to still serve. I even ministered when I was on the job. Of course, like everywhere I go, it's always at least one person that I'm called to minister to. So most of the time, the Lord just helps me scope that out. I met two other believers. They were around my age, and they were pretty cool. So yeah, it taught me all of those things. What did it teach you?
So it taught me. It taught me that I have more perseverance than I thought to get through things. Like yeah, I knew I can get through things beforehand, but now it's like I feel as though I can get through anything. To be honest, like God will put you in a situation where you have nothing to do but trust Him
Yes.
in the situation, and I understand that 100%. I understand that, but my own spirit has got strengthened from going through that because it's like I know I can do it. I know I can get through anything. It doesn't matter how bad the situation is. God will give you the strength to get through anything. So that's what I do know for certain. That has taught me perseverance is on 100, like on 100 to get through anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good.
So if you had a name for this shift in your life, what would you call it?
I would call it I will call it restoration overload.
Okay. Why restoration overload?
Because a lot of things in my life has been torn down in a way, as I mentioned before I even met my husband. I did not grow up from a 2-parent household. my mom and stuff like that. Like we weren't rich and all those things, so things were tough a lot of the times. Um, and I witnessed some things growing up, and I had to overcome some things. And I feel like a lot of things were taken from me, especially at a very young age. And I feel like God has definitely restored it. You know, like He's doing it right now, and I feel like even with this move that it has been restored. My health, my mental health, my happiness, my peace. You know, I used to just like pray for just peace, peace in my mind. You know, peace in my household. And it's also like not easy when you have eyes to see, so to speak, like when you're in the prophetic and you see things differently than the next person. Like you are literally seeing spirits on people. You know, you literally just see it. You see you see the spirit of rage, you see lustful spirits, you just can see the motives of people, but you never had an answer for these things. So yeah, that is why I'm naming it Restoration Overload, because and even now too, like um in our marriage, like me and you have always been, I don't have no problems out of this man. Y'all can tell he just has a calm spirit. He always be chilling. But I had so much work to do on my end, you know. And I'm not saying that you have to come into a marriage whole. That's not really realistic.
That's not realistic at all.
That's not realistic.
No marriage is gonna be perfect. Like you're not gonna come to the marriage like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I got this, and this. No, it doesn't work like that. You grow as you go.
Yeah, because it's like, how else can God be glorified?
Exactly.
So I had so much work to do on my end, even from a little bit up until I even met you, which you guys had to check out the video we mentioned with my whole testimony and everything to truly understand what I'm talking about right now. But God definitely has some restoration thing, like some restoring things that He had to do on my behalf, and I finally feel like He's doing it right now, and He has taught me to conquer up here. As long as you can conquer up here and conquer right here, you're good.
100%.
So yeah, what about you?
What would I name this shift? I would name it rest. That's what I want to expand on. So true rest comes from the Lord. It's not a regular type of rest, like, oh, let me just lay in the bed and just fall asleep. Yeah, no, it ain't that type of rest. It's rest within, like, you know that God has got you in every single area of your life. So if He got you, you can just, it's like take your hands off the wheel, as they say. Just relax, you know, and just enjoy what God has for you.
Yeah.
Right now, we are in absolute rest. Like we can finally eat healthy. We can finally, we don't have to go to a 9 to 5 anymore.
Right.
And we have other things we're working on, but it's stuff that we love to do. You know, it's not a burden on us to, oh, gotta go to work, gotta pay these bills. No, it's very, very affordable out here. Very affordable. Down to the food, to where you stay. It doesn't matter what you do. It's very affordable, and the people are very nice. So that's why I feel as though it's rest. We're in the resting season right now, because what God is about to do for us in the near future, it's going to require for us to get this rest right now.
Right.
Because
there may be times in the future where our feet are just gone. You moving. But even then, like, we're still gonna be at rest.
Right.
Like internally, because it's all about kind of like what you make it, I guess. Like if you have the mental capacity and stamina, which is Him like building us up right now.
Right.
And even before then, like making us or allowing us to go through hard things, even though it was exhausting. It's a verse that I'm thinking of where it says, patience produces perseverance, and perseverance character, or something like that. I'm going to link it down below. but that's the truth. Like at first when you're going through difficult things in life, especially being homeless, it sucks. You can't go and piss when you want to piss. You can't go and take a number two when you want to. Like,
shoot, another thing, we couldn't even take naps.
We could.
It was so hot. It was so hot in the back. It's like being inside of like a foil, like not a foil, but aluminum can.
Lunchbox.
Yo, real talk. You know how your sandwich be all crusty, not crusty, all moist and sweating after being. That's how we felt waking up so many mornings. We had to wake up so early sometimes just because it used to get hot. It used to get hot by like 8, 9 in the morning. So we got to be up by like 7 something, close to 8. And we had these little tiny fans blowing on us. It wasn't really doing much.
If that portable charger went out, you definitely have to get up.
Yeah, it was time to get up at that point. So just that whole thing, man. Rough, man, rough. Yeah, so my next question for you is, what did this experience teach you about the Lord? That's my thing.
It has taught me that He is faithful. And we actually ended up prophesying this about 2 years ago.
Yeah, back when we was in Texas, we prophesied about coming to living in Vietnam.
We were walking on this trail where we stayed, a nice little trail, very peaceful. And out of nowhere, we just was like, never know, maybe going to Vietnam one day, just randomly. But things that we consider random, like our understanding is, it's not random. It's you being spirit led. Like, what caused you to even say that type thing?
Right.
A lot of the things that we think is just surface level. As a believer, you have to look underneath the surface. Everything. I don't really think anything in life is a coincidence.
No coincidences.
Yeah, so yeah, we actually prophesied this, and now we're here today. And so it has taught me that He's faithful, because He told me something personally, and I remember putting it on my Instagram story, but it pretty much said, I think something with restoration. You remember I posted that picture when I was a little girl with the pigtails? And
oh, yes. And Lord was running for you type thing.
Yes, as I was typing, I can't explain how it came about, but I didn't feel like it was really like, I didn't feel like it was just me typing it. I felt like it was His Spirit moving through me. And then at the end, I put Gabrielle. I put my name. And I was like, oh, this is God speaking through me. Like, some of you guys probably don't believe in that, whatever. It worked for me. But I knew, because He's done this before with me, where He's literally making my hand write certain things and prophesy certain things, whatever concerning my life. I just knew it was Him. And He told me that He is going to bring restoration to me. He is going to allow for me to relive those childhood days, those kid days. He said, I'm gonna allow you to be like a kid again, or something like that. Exactly. And that's exactly what I can be. Like riding out here, like at night, that's so fun to me. Like, you just be turning around, seeing everything, because it's so beautiful here to us.
So lively at night.
So lively.
Through the day, the whole day is very lively. Very lively.
Yeah.
So, for me, what it has taught me about the Lord. Okay, so this whole marriage, He has shown us the face of Jehovah Jireh. He's been a provider from day one. Day one, He's been a provider. So it has taught me. I'm thinking it was just for that season, when He's, like for Him being our provider. I'm thinking it was just a season. Like, okay, He's showing us that He can provide. He wants to increase our faith, and that's it. No, he showed this journey right here showed me it's gonna continue being this way, because we know that face of God. We know Him to be our provider in every single situation. We've had random people giving us money. Just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. He's had people along our journey bless us to the point where it's gonna bless what we got going on. Concerning okay, for example, this channel right here, we got blessed enough right before I left Colorado. My coworker Mark, he has blessed me with a camera. This is a couple $100 camera. Just blessed me with. So the Lord will always make sure you're good in every situation. And we know that faith of God to be very true. It just takes faith.
Yeah.
That's all. It just takes faith.
Yeah. And it also takes what is the word? Being receptive? Like being able to receive. It takes being able to
receptive?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever.
It takes being able to just receive what the next person is speaking over your life, as long as you know, like, okay, that's from God.
Right. If it's coming in agreement with your spirit.
Right. And we had so many people speak increase. Like, I had people at my job, he's had people at his job. We've, of course, already had our family speaking increase. My father figure, his mom, dad, his whole family, of course, they always support us in a lot of things that we do. So yeah, we've had blessings, like people really speak over our life and over this channel as well, and we received it.
Right. So, my next question for you: has staying in the U-Haul improved our marriage, and if so, what way has it improved it?
Well, like I said before, we didn't really have that many areas that we actually just needed to heavily improve on beforehand. That's what comes with marrying a man or a woman of God. That I don't know, it's just
that you're just very in sync with.
Yeah, that you're just one with. Like, it's just by God's grace. And I'm not saying that you're gonna be perfect. Like, everybody's scenario and marriage is different on how they may have came together or whatever. But I think one of the ways that it improved us was learning how to communicate healthy, like having healthy communication. Yes. Because when you're confined
in like a 8x5 van.
Yeah, like you're not gonna have that many options of, oh, I'm mad at you, let me just walk away or go somewhere else. You have to actually sit there and work it out.
Right.
And that is what that has taught us. I mean, beforehand we were doing that too, because we were just so close. Like, we're each other's best friends.
That's right. Yeah.
So
this my gangster. Yeah. This my homie. This my wife. This my little daughter. All in one. Yeah. All in one.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I think that it has improved us though. Mm-hmm. Like, there's always room for improvement though. Regardless. So yeah, healthy communication for me.
Well, saying in this U-Haul, I want to say, just to piggyback off what you were saying, yes, reconciliation had to be quick, because even if we got into a small little tiff, we was forced to get, back on good terms, just like that. Because, bro, like what you were saying, you can look at the right.
Like, what are you gonna do? One person look out the left window, the other one look out the right window. Right. It's stupid. You just sitting there wasting time. It never worked out.
It's too hot. It's too hot to be wasting time. Listen, enjoy your day. We was in the situation, bro. We had to enjoy every second of our day, because, bro, we had to be up all day. All day. We could not take no naps.
Even
so we up
from on 7. Our off days.
Yeah, exactly. On our off days, we up from, give or take, 7:30 to 8 o'clock, all the way till 1 in the morning. So yeah, we had to enjoy every second of it. So I would like to say, yeah, reconciliation was quick, fast, and that's what I enjoyed, because I love my wife, so I don't like being upset with her. I don't like being upset with her, all that.
We don't never really argue about anything that's super major anyway. I mean,
right.
It all comes with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Yeah, I think since we're in the same realm of understanding, it makes us to be like one body, and so we don't have that many like disagreements,
Right.
And even when we do have disagreements, because every marriage has some sort of disagreement, especially in the past, we would always just talk it through. I mean, it's that put away pride. That's the thing. Put away. Yeah. There is no place or room for pride. If you want to see your marriage decline and lose the things that it could have had, or that maybe it used to have, start having some pride. You'll see it go downhill very quickly.
You gotta be vulnerable with your partner, like in every single area. There can't be no pride.
Yeah,
can't be.
There was times where I call myself trying to do my own, but then I remember, like, no, this is the man that God has placed over my life. He is literally in charge of me. Not to the point where I'm just a puppet,
Right.
but he is my protector. He plays a role that God also plays, if that makes sense. That is what a marriage is. That is why God compares the body of Christ as his bride.
Right.
That is how it is supposed to be. And because sometimes as women, we can be a little foolish, we can be a little emotional. Yeah, that's the word. We can be emotional. And when you're emotional, it is easier for you to act off your emotions, and acting off your emotions is foolish. It is not wise. Men, real men at least, because, yeah, real men. Real men do not act off their emotions. Real men are cool, calm, and collected. Real men are not gossipy like a female. Real men, they know their place as just a man in general, but especially a husband.
Right.
So yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, but I think that what made us being homeless was the fact that we weren't just homeless. We were in Colorado and homeless.
Right. That's a whole nother thing right there.
It's,
Being homeless there,
I would have, if I could have been homeless in Texas, it may
would have been
have been
cool.
a little bit
No,
more
it would have been cool because we would have been, by where we used to stay and whatnot. It was a nice area. Frisco, loved it. But if you was homeless there, we could have got through it. But Colorado?
Y'all have no idea the things that we've seen. Like, I'm actually trying to remember.
We used to take public transportation. We had no car out there. So, listen, we got off the train one time. And mind you, we told y'all, Arapahoe, it's like a party for the drug addicts. It's so unfortunate to see.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, you see some wild stuff. So we got off the train this one time.
You talking about the man with the propane?
Yes, propane. Yo,
Propane.
we saw this man with a suitcase and he had a big old propane tank. I'm like, yo, this man finna light something out. And then hold on. The same night, we walking up the steps to, cross over to the parking lot. Bro, we see this man with this big old sharp stick looking metal stick or whatever. It was a long stick. He could have killed somebody. You throw that thing, you can go through somebody's body, whatever. Bro, we see that. I'm like, bro, you can't catch a break.
And then you go in the tunnel where we have to walk to actually get to the point where we was like standing at.
Yeah.
You talking about that person that was behind us talking to himself and
I ain't talking about that time. It's just so many times.
So many.
But even if you want to take the elevator, it's like they'd be cooped up in the elevator, smoking fentanyl.
Don't even open the elevator.
Don't even take the elevator. It's like a party in there. Cause you don't even gotta know them.
Bro, we pressed. Okay, so there's two elevators, one on the left, one on the right side. We pressed the elevator on the left side. It's like 10 of them in there up front, and they turn around. No, they turn around and look at us like we was the problem.
Right.
So we like, okay. We just moseyed our way over to the right side.
Yeah, the right side.
Press the elevator on the right.
Gosh.
You see,
can't catch a break. Like, shoot, I'm like, okay, we gonna take the steps. Yeah, we gonna take the steps because, like, bro,
it's like you're in a horror movie.
Oh boy.
But
yeah, man. So
it was some rough times.
Real talk, man.
But if you had a song for this or that journey, what would it be?
A song for that journey. If y'all know rap, I'm not talking about Christian rap, but just regular rap. We all used to listen to it, whatever, still do, whatever. It's called 100 Days, 100 Nights by G Herbo. Listen, that song had literally described what we had to go through. 100 days, 100 nights of struggle. Like,
I think it was quite literally 100 days and 100 nights. Was it? It was
it
was 2 months and some weeks.
So it was like 60, 70 days or whatever, but close to 100. But yeah, so if there's a song for you that you can relate this journey to, what would you?
I think that it would be, there's this Philly rapper, his name is Core, and he put me on him because I didn't know nothing about no Philly rappers, but his name is Core, and I think I would have to choose Come Overnight by him. Okay. Come Overnight. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you guys like these kind of videos, make sure that you comment down below Okay, don't just be
Are you
sitting
feeling
here.
it?
Yeah, like let us know. Give us some
Give us some
feedback.
feedback.
Give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button and comment down below if you like this video because we do want to do a series, a new series called Pillow Talk.
Yes,
where
Pillow Talk.
we will be talking about all things marriage, and this can be for people that are single, that's aspiring to get married. These can be for other couples who are, of course, married. And we do eventually want to make it more so interactive where you guys can email us any questions concerning marriage, different things that we can actually make a video about and give you our perspective.
Right.
We also have a guide of, I think, at least
like 5 or 6 things concerning marriage, a guide to helping your marriage.
Yeah, 5 things that has helped us in our own marriage, and we have it linked down below. All you have to do is click it; it will download on your phone or on your
It's like
computer.
A little freebie,
Yeah, like a freebie guide. And if you practice these 5 different things every day and incorporate them in your marriage, I bet you will see some improvement.
100%.
Just be open minded as you read it and actually try to do it.
Right.
It's that simple.
Can't be a listener and not a doer.
Right.
The word says that.
Don't even download it if you know that you're not even going to go and actually put in the work between you and your partner. And read that to your partner too.
Right.
Yeah.
That'll work.
And that is a peek in our life. Peace.